no air, no sound.
We believe that this tool really does have a lot of potential in stimulating sustainable development and also in improving connectivity and changing the way that people use the web once again. And it would be great to see someone see that potential and take this forward. So we've completed phase 1 of this project. We developed the concept last year, and we've been bringing it around to people and getting interest. And now our target is to take it one step further. And ideally, we would like to present it at Rio Plus 20 in 2012, at least an initial demo version. And for that, we need people who can finance the project and get it to the point where it needs to be in order to be a functioning demo. Should I look at you or at the camera?
You just do whatever you want.
Okay.
You can look to the ceiling.
No, I can't look to the ceiling because then he'll be annoyed. I'm Eva Gladek. I am an industrial ecologist. That's someone who studies material and energy flows. I work at Accept Integrated Sustainability. We're a company in Rotterdam that works on creating the foundations for a sustainable future. Last year, we worked on a really exciting project with partners Storm CS. It was a project for 2 Dutch ministries. A very interdisciplinary, strange concept to develop a way that we could capture and take advantage of economies of abundance. That's a vague notion, but the way we translated that was into a new tool, a concept called the Dandelion project.
No light, no air, no sound. No light, no air.
So what exactly is the Dandelion project? The Dandelion project is a Web 3.0 tool that is a sort of visual Wikipedia. You enter it through a dashboard interface, and it displays information as a 3D constellation of nodes and bubbles, kind of like molecules.
No light, no air, no sound.
So one of our ideas was that you could go on a quest in Dandelion. You could enter the resources that you have at hand, and then using the system, it could connect you through various technologies or people to outputs that you could have. So let's say you live in the desert and you have lots of sunlight and lots of heat and sand, and you have a certain set of resources that are plentiful. You could enter those, and the system could lead you through what you could do with that, with the abundance of resources that you have around you. For example, sun turns into solar energy. Some of these things are really obvious, but you get to a point where your inputs can lead to unexpected results.
No light, no air, no sound.
It actually creates new information by automatically linking topics to one another and people to one another based on frequency of access or viewing, based on tags, based on connections that exist in the... So for example, if someone works at the same university as someone else, they'll be clustered together in the visual space. The topic that you're looking at, but you also see how many other topics it's connected to. So if you zoom out to a larger plane, you can see that, for example, biomimicry as a topic is actually connected to hundreds of other clusters of topics. And you might not, at that layer of zoomed out view, you might not see what those all are, but you can then explore and zoom into them and go deeper and see, get into detailed layers. We've also included the modules for having forums, people being able to talk about things actively within each of the topic bubbles, so that you have conversations happening in localized spaces within the Dandelion framework. You can also look at things in terms of timelines. So if you're interested in a topic and you want to see how it's evolved over time, so it's this flexible way of seeing information and allowing it to reorganize itself in the way that you're looking for that's most useful to you.
Sounds quite promising. Okay.
Sustainability is by nature an interdisciplinary topic, because you don't just want to know how to make something more energy efficient. You want to make it energy efficient and make sure that elsewhere in the chain it's not producing toxic products, that it's not causing unjust labor practices. You want to understand the whole systemic effect of a decision. So we need ways to connect information across disciplines, see what changes in one part of the system, what they have as an effect elsewhere. And that was one of the underlying visions of the Dandelion project, in a sense, to really make this network of information and of people and of organizations visible, so that we could start navigating it in a more intelligent and effective way when we're trying to find solutions in a very short amount of time. You know, the thing that we are fundamentally relying on when we're trying to move to a sustainable future is people's integrity and people's intelligence. Yeah. And you can misuse any tool you want. The idea is that this, that the Dandelion project as a tool would allow people to see more information and more connections, and kind of uncover the hidden parts of the knowledge universe that they don't have access to at the moment, and make things go faster. If someone has worked on a research paper with someone else, or been in a company with someone else, or developed a patent with someone else, then they get clustered based on their spatially closer together than they would otherwise. So it starts kind of organizing the visually organizing the world of information and showing us new connections that we didn't know were there before. Mm-hmm. And this is something that can be used by everyone. And it's something that I feel like we're missing currently, because a lot of work is done redundantly. Mm-hmm. So there are many different research teams in the world working on the same exact topics unnecessarily. We also have people developing the same sort of patents and technologies when they could be collaborating. Instead, they're working separately in different spaces. So if you start connecting these people and these places, you can start connecting people with problems to the appropriate solutions. You can accelerate the speed of development mm-hmm. by giving people the missing piece of information that they need to solve a problem. And that's the power of this kind of structure. The key thing behind it is that a lot of this information management and information connectivity would be done automatically. So it wouldn't be done by hand by someone tagging. It's a crowdsource and a lot of web bot trawling that would create the appropriate knowledge structure. The goal of the project would be to make it entirely open, open source, accessible by anyone with data inputs. Of course, there would need to be some sort of quality control element. Yes. And that's something that still needs to be developed. So right now we've completed the conceptual phase, the first phase that was completed last year. And our goal now is to take this to Rio Plus 20 in 2012 and show it as a pilot and try to generate interest. In order to do that, we need the financing to create a suitable demo that can show the potential of this tool and what it could possibly do for people. One of the useful things is that you can see, let's say you're a researcher, you can see who the researchers are working on your topic of interest around the world. So let's say you put in your topic of study, mm-hmm. and suddenly you see this whole 3D display of all the people, all the technologies that are related to your topic of study. And some of them are going to be new, because no one has the time to go through all the research writing that comes out every month, and keep track of exactly what's going on in their field of study. People try, but it's extremely time-consuming. So Dandelion would create these connections automatically based on university directories and research papers that are published every year, every mm-hmm. month, mm-hmm. Or week even. So in that sense, I think it would be a really valuable tool for people who are actually working academically. Mm-hmm. The tools necessary to create Dandelion already exist, because we already have really intelligent search algorithms that have been developed. There are, auto-tagging and grouping things based on tags is not so difficult. And a lot of this would also need, the information would need to be assembled by bots that have to trawl the web and collect a lot of the information automatically. So we need, I think all the technologies, the basic ones that we would need for something like this do exist. It's just a matter of assembling it and having the right people take a look at it. Yeah, and I think even the processing power for the visual side of it could work it just has to be done intelligently so that you're not overloading the view at any point with too much complex vector imagery. Yeah. But I have faith that there are plenty of smart programmers out there who could take care of this. It's not for it's for everyone. It's for scientists. It's for politicians. It's for people looking for solutions. It's for just ordinary people who want access to information and who want to understand it in a new way. In the same way that Wikipedia is for everyone, and a lot of web services now are for everyone. But
no light, no air, no sound. No light, no air.